Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's installment of Cold Suns, a sci-fi convergence. I am your.
Woo!
This is what it feels like to get hyped.
Boo!
Were they saying boo or boo-earns? Welcome to tonight's episode. I will be your game master, Chase, and we are joined by our lovely players. You might notice something a little different about tonight's stream. I'm not going to call it out specifically, but if you notice, it should be looking you right in the face in this moment. Really quick announcement. Keep an eye out on the chat. We're doing a giveaway of the Expanse RPG's core rulebook, a PDF copy. So type exclamation point art into the chat for your chance to win. You just have to be following us. So let's go around. Let's introduce ourselves and that whole rigmarole. Let's start this evening with Rob.
Rob at Pyromancer804, he, him. Tonight I will be playing Tack, they, them, a colony of worms, a Sologolo, that carries a big hammer and shield and protects people. Stuff on the channel. Wednesday nights we're doing the Tales from Gashari that I'm on. I'm sure Matt will tell us all more about that delightful show that you should turn into and this. Also check out and hang out on our Discord. And join us out there where we talk about different TTRPGs and all sorts of other stuff. And I will go ahead and pass it over to Liz.
Hi, folks. I'm Liz. You can find me at No One You Know Backwards. I am here on the channel also on Wednesday nights, and sometimes I do movie nights on Thursdays through our Discord. Tonight I will be playing Droogle, a space potato hacker, and who is an amoeboid Dracolite. And they use they, them. I use she, her as a person. And then I will go ahead and pass this over to Sean.
Hi, Sean. I use he, him. I'm here every Saturday night playing with this lovely group on Cold Suns. I'm playing Dakiri, who is a roguish pilot, she, her, and I will pass this on to Matthew.
Folks, I am Matthew Foreman. I use he, him pronouns. Tonight I will be playing Drake, the mystic warrior with a blade made of light and who also has some memory issues. That's what I'll be playing tonight. I believe is Alexis the last one standing?
Yes. Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at Vox Fanato. I use she, her pronouns. And you can find me here doing stuff. Tonight I am going to be playing Cassie, who is a bit of a maverick, ex-military, and has a symbiotic relationship with an alien that lives inside her head. Chase!
Wonderful. So thank you guys for the introductions. Let's go ahead and roll the intro, and then we will get started with tonight's session. And we are back. That was I'm just super stoked about all the new character art and the character portraits. I can't not talk about it. So really exciting stuff. All right, let's recap last week's session and get right into the action. I'm gonna play a little bit of music here, just for everyone's enjoyment. So, last week's episode of Cold Suns, a sci-fi convergence. After being hired by Palak to track down a missing cargo freighter that was towing a large and very expensive asteroid, you used your advanced sensors and piloting skills to track down the path of the missing ship, eventually finding it beset by a group of pirates, claiming to swear allegiance to Antok, a pirate that is known to Dakiri from her past. After some exchanged threats back and forth, some thrilling space combat broke out where you, through your guile and expert piloting and coordination, quickly dispatched two of the space fighter planes that were coming for you. And after a little bit of a chase scene, were able to convince the now fleeing Teltac light transport to lower or stop their escape, and to basically enter into a little bit of a parlay with you. That is where we pick up tonight's session. You are now looking through the view screen at the face of a grizzled, reptilian-looking Kigyar. It's one of those lanky reptilian aliens, and he just said, "It's time to bargain." So, just to recap a couple of pieces of information that you would know. When you were engaging with the Kigyar, they had mentioned that the ship that you were looking for, the Telpat Ren, was abandoned with the exception of a single body on board. They said that there has been no sign of the crew. They assert that this is their salvage, their cargo, and that you can't have it. But you basically said, "Hey, you guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Why don't we negotiate?" So Cassie, you are currently face to face with a Kigyar through the view screen.
About to say, we're still okay. Yeah.
What's the music level for everyone? Is it okay?
I don't hear it.
Oh, through rule 20?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Can anyone else hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then.
You just X out of the individual track and then restart it. It usually fixes it.
Okay. Let me do that really quick for you.
Thank you.
Might have been a little
Gravity.
spicy.
I love that track.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, start it back up.
Yeah. Okay. Aha. Okay. So what did the Kigyar just say? What did this person just say that I was talking to?
He said, like, let's bargain, or something to that effect. It was the name of the stunt that you used last week to trigger
yes.
the social.
That's right. Muted comms. I just kind of look to see like what the consensus is on where this conversation is going to take place. Are we beaming over to ringing over to like the unshielded ship we were trying to recover, or
We're on view screens right now.
Wait, what?
Drugel would like to get onto the abandoned ship and see what they can find out what happened so that we can complete our mission.
The conversation's already started via view screens, right?
Yeah, she muted it. She basically muted it, and I was like checking with you guys, like, hey, what do we want?
Oh, that was a question for us. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine talking here, and then we just need to get on that ship. Find out what he knows. Send him on his. Oh, he's a pirate. Never mind. Drake shuts up and looks over to Dakiri.
So long as they're not going anywhere, because the first thing they'll do is run back to Untalk.
Back on view screens, Cassie will say, lower your shields. And I want everybody on your crew back on that. Oh God, I forget. Alexis has forgotten the name of the ship we're trying to find.
Pelpat Ren?
Yes, that. It has life support, right?
It does.
Or does it not?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, it has life support. You can.
It just didn't have shields, so we were able to scan it. So
Exactly.
I'm assuming it's not flying.
Correct. Yeah, you can see that the ship seems fine. The reactor is on. It's just not going anywhere. It's just kind of sitting there floating in space. So you told him to lower his shields. That does not leave me in a very good position.
I mean, you're already not in a good position.
I'm the one with a torpedo locked onto your ship. Do you really think that you
We'll
can
take care of that
me?
without a problem. Are you? You think I'm worried about that little torpedo? You're cute.
Are you lying right now? Or are you bluffing? Not being worried about it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
This is a stupid question. Can Drugel hack the torpedo?
You can hack time, so
They're pretty hardened. They're built. They're usually built to resist that. They're kind of like a self-guided little ship that attacks. Yeah. He says, "You will not be so foolhardy when Antok gets you." You think your little ship can stand up to his?
is he trying to tell me that Antok is coming here?
That's what the implication was.
Have we sensed any outgoing communications from them?
Are you asking me or are you asking, like one of the players?
No, I'm asking the GM.
Oh, you weren't necessarily, you weren't really scanning for it, I would say.
Oh God, here we
go.
go.
Yeah, you could go back and check. If you go back and check sensor logs, you can see that, yes, there were communications coming to and from the ships. The moment you guys showed up in the system.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be dodgy. I was thinking of the time, the sequence of events.
I will covertly, I don't care if it's cutting comms and whatever, but like, I'll ask Drugel to start tracing those communiques.
Okay.
If they can.
I would say there's not even a roll required for this because, so you can see that there was some kind of subspace communication that was going out. The challenge is you have no idea, and like with a little bit of time, she could even decipher what was said. The challenge is you don't know how far away with faster than light communication this person is. This person could be 3 minutes away. They could be 3 days away. You know that ships can carry thousands of light years per day.
Okay, and just to hold over the continuity from last session, they stood down because Cassie was talking about how they're gonna have to go risk telling Antok they failed.
Correct.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you were basically like, well, you can stay here and fight and die. You can go tell Antok that you lost all this stuff, and he'll probably kill you for losing such a big score.
Right. Right.
So maybe you play into that, like, what's in it for him is what I would say. He's a pirate, he's greedy, this is his salvage. And really, by law, by salvage law, this ship and everything on it is his. Or he's entitled to the value of it. So he might have a legitimate claim. One thing before we return to the thing, Dikiri, there's something, despite like the flash of intense anger and the adrenaline from being in ship combat, you start to think about it, and two space banshees and a Teltac are a pretty small force, and space banshees don't have FTL. How did they get here?
Drugel, someone dropped them off. Do we see anything on long range scans?
So we long range scanned the system when we dropped out of warp speed for, I don't even know if that's the right term. Was there anything besides the Patrin and the pirate ships?
Excuse me.
Because we already did that. That was last session.
Yep. You did scan. There was no signs in the immediate area. You know that your scans can go out to like basically the edge of a solar system. So there's no one basically right in your back door. You do know, Dikiri, that normally, like the sensors on a ship like this, they can't scan into slip space. The best that you're going to know is when somebody emerges from it. So kind of like I was telling Cassie before, that's the dangerous slip space. They could pop up out of essentially nowhere. So the question you have to ask yourself, is this other guy bluffing? How long is it going to be before whatever ship brought them here gets here as reinforcement?
He was already heading away from us, so if he was stalling for time now, he wouldn't be in such a rush to get whatever direction he was going in.
Right. Although, he could have just been trying to avoid having a ship blown up. The reinforcements being here in 3 minutes is an eternity can be an eternity in space combat.
Drugel, can you splice together the external cameras from the Space Banshees biting it, and then this guy saying he's caught between a rock and an asteroid, and start broadcasting that on full burst?
Sure.
Yeah, just within, she's a master with a computer. It doesn't require a roll. This is just child's play for Drugel. Your ship gets hailed from the Teltac that's here. Like you just hear like ding ding, because you guys have been talking for a minute or two. He threatened this guy's gone, and you muted comms, I'm guessing. So he's basically like, hello. He's pinging you.
Sorry, I didn't imagine that we were muted for like 2 minutes or anything like that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess a lot of it was me explaining. So after a minute or two, he will ping you. So you can continue to have your conversation.
Okay, all right. So he just threatened that Antok was coming here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They've just gotten seriously
Antok,
embarrassed.
Yeah.
So he's going to want to save his pride from Antok arriving.
Okay.
Could
So back
we-
on comms. Or what?
I was just going to suggest, could we bluff that the people that own this vessel would be willing to are paying us a finder's fee, and we'd be willing to split it? A complete bluff, because we're not going to let them go. They're pirates.
I'll think about that. Noted. Cassie will back on comms say,
Sorry, real quick
Oh,
before you get back on comms. I would like to sense emotions of the
thank you. There we go.
of him to basically determine, is he worried? Like, I'm trying to figure out if he's bluffing more than anything, but I want to sense just how worried he is. Because if he's like really worried, then he's mostly bluffing. If he's just a little worried, then he's not bluffing.
One moment.
Yeah, I just have to be able to see them.
Okay. So, Cassie, when you just muted comms, right? Or did you cut out the video feed?
I want to make sure that if somebody can read lips, they can't read lips. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, so you've turned off the screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Or turned around or whatever.
I would have done this
Cast
during
that.
the initial conversation.
Of course, yeah, for sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll me your sense emotions test, sir.
Yes. I do make it. I have one little bitty stump point.
2.
2 little bitty stump points. Thanks for the reminder. Man, that is an ugly roll. Every
Wow.
time. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna take that. So yeah, sense emotions. What do I find out?
Okay, one moment. So they make a willpower, self-discipline versus your force. Second.
Oh yeah. Yep. Test. The force is 15. 15.
Plus 1 from me.
Yep, that's with
Yep,
the plus
Perfect.
Oof.
one. Just makes it. Well, fuck my drag.
Damn.
Okay. With my one, I did want to. Oh well, no, never mind.
Well, you didn't use your stunt.
That's
you
what I was
successfully-
looking at. I couldn't get to it yet.
Yeah, let's take our
I
time,
would
'cause
increase.
you're
The only thing I can do is increase my force by 1, so it would be TN 16.
You know, I'll let you do it because you only had one.
Yes.
And that's the first time you used the power, and I want it to go through.
I also didn't get the chance to declare what I was. Well, you have to succeed first. It's kind of a weird one, but yeah.
Well, you succeeded
You
on
did
using
succeed.
the power, so you get to use
Yeah.
stunt points on it, right?
Oh, okay. Yep. You're exactly right. I should have declared.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So, and I just went ahead and rolled it. So yeah. So what you're sensing from him, his current attitude is hostile towards you. He did not lie. It says you automatically know when the subject directly lies to you. He was not lying when he said that Antok is on his way back. Let's see. You had a 5 on the stunt die.
1. A 1.
Oh, I was looking at my willpower. Apologies. So you don't know his drive or anything like that, but you know the feelings and mood. You can tell that he is worried. So he's worried about. You know the feelings and mood. You can tell that he's worried. He's worried for his life.
Okay. Can I sense the intensity of that worry, like I talked about with my intent?
Roll me. Can you roll me a perception empathy with a +2?
Yeah. I'll just add 2 to whatever this is.
Yep, that's fair.
Oh god, wrong area. 13. Yep, 13.
So with a 13, I would say that succeeds. So that's a stunt. So you got
7 stunt points.
7 stunt points.
Oh!
God, the
My
churn.
passive edition.
Well,
Oh,
the
God,
turn
the
automatically goes up by 1, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else. Because that was a reactive test.
Oh, if it was,
Oh,
I guess, yeah, it was a
true,
react.
true.
Well, no, I was picturing that you were trying to like discern, like I was giving you a chance to discern. So, I would say with that test, you can see that in the moment he is more worried about you, but he does like at the mention of Antok's name, like there's like an internal shudder that goes through him. You can tell that he is almost more worried about Antok than he is about you guys. He almost sees this like there's almost an amount of relief in him that you guys are negotiating with him right now.
Okay. I will say, while the comms were muted, then he's not bluffing. I mean, Antok may be a little bit away, but if we give him something to take back to kind of cloud his failures and get out of Dodge, maybe that's our way to do this. But he's not bluffing. He's more scared of Antok than he is of us, but he's relieved that we're negotiating with him. So let's make a deal and get the hell out of here.
Cassie will look real quickly at Dakiri and just ask, is letting them disappear going to be a problem?
He'll honor a deal as long as you're within eyesight of him. The moment you're out, he's out.
I mean, for you.
That deal's dead. We have the pilots of the Banshees. I'd like to get some information from them. But we might want to remind them that we have this video showing his dishonor here.
You're recording? You're always recording. Why do I ask? But I mean, for you personally, is letting this person disappear going to be a problem?
Do I have any? Do I know any of these individuals?
You don't recognize it. These are pretty much rank and file. You know Antok. You've met him multiple times. Not a nice character.
And maybe to add on to that, the context question for the GM, do we, or does at least Dakiri know like the general disposition of people who are in Antok's rank and file? Are these people who like kind of fell in on hard times, or like are more or less like, is there redeemability here?
People.
Is there an expectation of redeemability?
I mean, people are morally complex, and and that thing's not a monolith. Because you've been around the sector for 20 years. People can fall on hard times and get pulled into those kinds of things. Some people are just sociopaths who enjoy the suffering of others.
So that's what we don't know.
There's no yes or no answer to it.
Okay.
Didn't find them doing anything reprehensible. They're just in the way of our mission.
Yeah.
Literally,
no, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're the pirates now.
Yeah. We claim salvage on you.
Dex says to Cassie, they're motivated by fear, but if this group is trusted enough to be out of sight of the captain, they're loyal to him.
So I would say immediately get Droogle and one other of us back on the Telpat Ren so that we can figure out what happened to these folks before Anton shows up, and then continue negotiations from there.
Okay. So Cassie back on comms. We'll say, we already know. You and I both know. You go back and relay defeat. It's gonna be bad for you. You have a better chance here.
I'm not disagreeing. That's why I stopped to talk to you.
Right. So let's start with disarming that torpedo.
Oh, it would have already blown up. You can tell. Yeah, it's stopped, and
it's
basically
disarmed?
yeah,
Okay.
it's hovering. I mean, he could reactivate it at a moment's notice, but it's hovering out there. It would take a couple minutes, like 30 seconds to a couple minutes to get to you guys now. It's thousands of kilometers away.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
So let's start with lowering your shields so that we can verify how many people we're actually dealing with, and so that there's no funny business on your end.
Will you start with a sign of goodwill by lowering your shields?
No! You've got a
Doesn't
torpedo
seem-
out there that's active.
Let's say I recall the torpedo. What are you looking for? Perhaps we can cut to the chase, the human expression. You seem very interested in this ship.
Yes, I said as much. You're very astute.
It bares its like sharp teeth at like in kind of a grimace.
We are looking for the crew of that ship and what it was looking for. Primarily the crew of the ship itself, that sort of thing.
So you want the people, you don't care about the ship.
Care about is on a spectrum here, right? Our priority is the people. Goals larger than that exist, but we're starting there, okay? You have already failed at procuring this without incident. We have on record your failure. If Antok really is coming here, you have a very limited opportunity to get away from this alive.
So you're telling me I allow you to find the missing crew members, you will be satisfied and leave. Me with the ship. Me with the rock.
There is Do those ships have escape pods?
Those ships, Teltax or the
Yeah, does this
wall-
ship have an escape pod?
Yeah, you know that Teltax generally come with escape pods.
Okay. You've got escape pods. We can leave the wreckage of the ship, and he can put 2 and 2 together. You think it's going to look real hard for all the bodies?
You were telling him to jettison themselves in escape pods? Is that what you're telling him?
I'm saying he could.
That would leave us completely at your disposal.
Would you rather be at ours or Antok's?
He kind of leans forward. Kig-Yar, being predatory creatures, reminds you of a velociraptor from some old movies that you'd seen. He says, I don't care about the missing crew of this ship. I just want what's rightfully mine. The longer we talk, the more likely Antok gets here, and then my failure is irrelevant. Because I get everything I want. I will let you search this ship. I do not care. It is neutral territory for me. I propose we each lower our shields. We will send an equal number of crew to the salvage so that you do not try to run off with my bounty, And when you're satisfied, you can leave.
Chase, quick question. Did Palak happen to give us any of the computer codes to the Telpat run?
Yeah, I would say like access codes, anything they had. Like it wasn't his own ship, but like you guys had enough to where you could get on the ship and like, steer it if you needed to.
But we'd have to do it from the ship itself. There's no way that Drugel could possibly link up.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, generally, slaving a ship to like a hand terminal your own requires, like it. They're made to resist that kind of a thing. You could do it, but you'd have to set it up in advance, so to speak.
But if I was going to search the ship anyway, that's something I could do probably relatively quickly, 5 to 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could like try to surreptitiously and hope that they're not noticing what you're doing.
Have we gotten confirmation on what Antog's ETA is?
No.
No, just that the guy's confident that he will arrive. He's not. I wouldn't say he's days away. Drake is gonna be like, can I just
yeah, please.
And like mute, blah blah blah. And actually, quick clarification: is the asteroid here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
The asteroid is currently tethered to the ship, the derelict ship. Okay. So there's this massive floating rock with tethers to it.
Cool. That's great.
And we've scanned the asteroid, and we know it's the right one.
Yeah.
No, it's the red herring.
Perfect.
It's the red herring asteroid.
That's what I did.
So then, we have to bring the asteroid back to fulfill the contract. We have to tow it back, right?
We have to tow the ship back to fulfill the contract or the asteroid. We're having basically 2 separate contracts on it, is how I understand it, right?
It was like a tiered thing. Like the best is retrieving the whole kit and caboodle. If you like all the way down to a little bit, if you just let them know what happened.
I remember that part. I just need a clarification. Thank you. So then, what Drake is going to suggest is like, let them have this ship, and we don't want them to have a fragment of a super weapon. We don't want that on Antok's hand.
No, we sure don't. And Antok showing up here shortly changes things for us, because we can't take Antok like this.
So we agreed to go on the ship with the crew, whatever. They're not going to have a crew that equals ours unless they have a source user, an EB-Boyd hacker, a dangerous pirate, and a Solek Golo. So we do that. We search for the signs that we need, and then we say that we get the rock and they get the ship. It's an honorable deal. Everyone gets a little something, everyone saves face and walks away.
So 3 of us go over, Drake, Talk, and I?
I'm happy to go over, yeah. I've got some skills in looking around for things.
And because we don't want them to see Takiri, right? Because if Antok shows up, he may recognize your face.
May is not it. I think the answer is will, right?
Drugel doesn't know Takiri that much, so that's what I'm asking.
It doesn't matter if he recognizes me or not. He's going to try and take everything here, and there will be no negotiating with him.
Right.
Yeah. The goal is to get out before Antioch arrives. The pirates will probably just try to stall, but that's when we take matters into our own hands.
Then whatever makes the most sense. Maybe it makes more sense to have a pilot instead of a source user. Move the ship.
Okay, we'll figure out who in a second. All right, back on comms.
Yeah.
Here's our deal. You take this ship. We take the asteroid and the crew of the ship. Or we can claim salvage on everything here.
Have no salvage rights.
We will if you become salvage.
You can sense a spike in emotion from him from that, Drake. He says, he narrows his eyes at you. Touché. I think that is an equitable deal. So you search the ship, we send equal number of crew, we disengage the tethers, we fly away, leave you with this rock. We are not miners, we do not care.
Sounds
I
great.
believe this is what they call a win-win.
And we are gone before Antok even gets back.
You hope.
What's Antok's ETA?
That is an important piece of information which I don't think that we are going to bargain for. Let's say that you should be long gone if you uphold your end of the deal. Of course, we will need to collect our crew. We bet
Oh,
to
he
make
means the
haste.
people from the Banshees, right?
Correct.
Okay, right.
He's basically saying, hey, he's going to collect his people and they'll GTFO with the ship.
Yeah. We'll take care of collecting your people from the Banshees.
That is not part of the deal.
Well, we need something to make sure you uphold yours.
Oh, so we're asking for collateral now.
You're holding on to collateral by not giving us information that's useful.
I don't think that you are very good at this bargaining thing, but that is fine. You are not going to collect my people. Let us stick to the deal as is described. Or you can be on your way, unless you want to tarry further and risk Antok getting here. Because he will not be as generous in the negotiations as I have been. That is for sure.
Cassie again looks at Deck.
We have time. If he thought that he was getting here soon, he wouldn't even be talking to us.
And sorry, not to butt in, because I know you're not supposed to do that during negotiations. There, friend. Hi, I'm Drake. I can see into the future, so we're not going to be surprised if your Antioch or whatever comes around.
Anti-TikTok.
So we get the threat and all. Ooh, he's so scary, but we'll be fine.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you.
Sorry, above the table real quick, though.
Yeah.
If now the people who were in the Banshees are off the table, that's a problem for Dakiri, right?
It's not sitting well, no. Right now, Dakiri is hanging on to everything to not just launch everything at this small vessel.
Right. Which
Well,
is why Cassie was trying to still recover the people from the Banshee, because we still want to interrogate, right?
Are the people in the Banshees unconscious?
Oh, they're
The Banshees
no,
are disabled. We
There's a
don't...
chance that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a chance even that they could, given enough time, repair it themselves, but it's unlikely. Like they'd have to EVA stuff. So.
Let's agree to it and let's try to improv a kidnapping.
Oh, gods. Okay.
We're
I've
gonna
got-
have, if we send 3, we're gonna have 3 of their crew on the Paltat Run with us, or Talpat Run, or whatever the name of it is. Like, there are people to interrogate, because Rugel can cut off communications
Yeah.
if they're quick enough.
Okay.
So, we have
Well-
interrogation potential without the Banshees.
Okay. All right.
Send me over there and I'll try to engineer something. I've got some things.
Okay. All right. So, Cassie will agree to the terms that have been set forth then, and we we'll figure out who we're sending over, I guess.
So, just one question.
Huh.
You are entering this negotiation with the intent to lie or deceive, right? You're agreeing to the terms as they are, but you are intending to backstab them later. So I would roll a communication deception test.
That's what I was hoping to avoid.
If you're claiming that you're going to respect the deal, but you're planning on trying to backstab them when you get there, that's definitely a deception.
Do I discern intent to deceive?
You are you're on the negotiation table, from my understanding. You're involved in this conversation. You know what's happening.
No, I mean, do I perceive an intent from them to deceive us?
No, they want the ship and they want to go, and like the spell that not the spell the sensing emotion. I don't know if that lasts the entire thing, but it gives you a lot of bonuses on insights to them during the encounter.
Yeah. I could tell if he was
know,
lying. He's
Okay.
entering
Yeah,
this
they
full
haven't-
faith.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, exactly. They haven't lied. They basically they're content to get the ship and run. If you try to go steal their people, like it would be like if they told you, yeah, and we want 2 of your crew members because you want this rock, you know. So they'll withhold the deal. Now that being said, he's completely honest to you that if Antok gets here, Antok isn't going to give a fuck what the agreement was, and he's just going to knock you guys out of the sky.
Right.
He's going to avenge you. So it benefits him to continue delaying.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
I can help with lying. I've been in part of the negotiation.
Yeah, if you wanna try to, if that's the tactic that you want, you could certainly help.
So I roll and you help me. Is that how?
Believe, yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay. And I know I think I have to succeed or whatever, but I'm gonna get a +2 to this.
Exactly.
Deception. 19 with 6, and
no.
my son die was 6.
Hold on.
This is what I was worried about. I was worried about
But
having
hey,
this unfortunate do well.
I had 6 to your roll.
You had 6 to the roll, so
Yeah, 6. Yeah. Not 7, 6. So she's got an 18 on Lion.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It's good. It's good, but the
So,
churn goes up. Oh, we're teetering on the edge.
29. Because I'm not
29.
spending those stunt points. I just rolled a 6. The system's working as it did, doesn't it?
So you guys quickly hash out terms. He agrees, so you can see, because you can see the life forms. You're negotiating 3 people, 3 crew members. So 2 of you are staying back.
I guess that's what's happening. I guess I'm staying back with Dakiri. Is that what's going on?
I'm definitely going to go because I got the illusion powers. I think Dakiri should go, and then Drugel should go.
Yeah,
That's
we
my
don't mind
suggestion.
remaining here.
Does that sound right, Dakiri? Do you want to
Yeah.
go?
No, that works for me. Catbap can take care of the Nuria if need be.
Yeah.
Are you sure that you're okay with these people seeing your face in case they end up getting back to Antok?
Oh, I think it's an advantage. They're going to understand that right now you're the only thing that's keeping me from killing them.
Okay. Okay. Okay then.
All right. So you guys hashed it out. Catbap is like, those sons of bitches aren't taking the Neria from me. And he saddles himself into the pilot seat. All right. So you guys quickly, I'm not going to role play this out. So you guys actually quickly find that you can see using scanners that they move 3 crew members, I should say, off of the Telpat Ren. So there are only 3 life signs aboard this ship. Let me fix this really quick.
This is quite something that Drake is gonna try to pull off. I've got illusion powers, okay? We're gonna try it.
That's what worries me.
So there's three creatures, life forms on the Telpat Ren. You guys see that they actually don't. There are no transportation rings on the Telpat Ren, so you have to connect with a hard seal and walk through the airlock.
Fuck.
I put on the military suit.
Sure. So is everyone donning the Unified Authority medium power armor?
Yep.
Space suit. Yep.
And then, Drake, are you sharing with anyone else what you plan to do?
I said it to Takiri. It was in front of everyone while we were muted. So yeah.
Okay.
I didn't share specifics, but basically, like, if there's an opportunity, we're gonna try our best. We're gonna try to create an opportunity, then try our best. I don't think I'm willing to shoot the whole deal in the foot, but I'm also gonna play off of what Takiri does.
Is there having worked together before, is there anything technologically that Drugel could project from the ship to match your illusion?
I just need one of them, like, sectioned off momentarily, so that I can produce an illusion of one of them going back. That's my idea, because I can create an illusion of a person.
Another piece that's in play here is it was agreed that we would take the crew of the salvage ship back with us.
Yeah.
So you could always switch around.
I'm gonna send you guys a handout really quick.
Cool.
So and Rob, if you want to throw this up on the screen so the viewers can see, it probably just on Roll20. This is the schematics of the Telpat Ren. You would have this. This is a Wallaby class trader ship.
Sorry, not to be etiquette Andy here, but while we're doing this, can the Neria start to hook up to the asteroid?
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you
can
could
Cap
say.
App start initiating that?
Sure. Like if you guys, basically you would hash this out in the negotiation.
Yeah.
So you can see that the pirates on the ship, like the grapples decouple from it.
Okay.
And you can see that they start trying to align them and connect them up. It's going to take a little while. It's harder to do with the Neria being docked with the Telpat Ren, but you guys are able to kind of like maneuver the ship a little bit. He just says no funny business when you ask.
Kill him. Okay. I just wanted to, because I figure that's better. That way, when like if shit hits the fan, we're not like, okay, decouple, da 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 da, like, oh fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you click the magnifying glass at full screens, that's hot.
Yeah, got it up.
So
some bonus information, if we end up getting to that point, would be whether or not Antok actually knows anything about the asteroid. It seems like you might not, based on the fact is people aren't concerned about it. So I'm hoping that that's actually true.
I don't think he does. Charm could make him know it, but I don't think he does.
Okay, that's good.
So on to the.
And I will say this because I see the concern about the stunt points and the level 30 churn. You're less likely to trigger the level 30 churn if you're not like attempting things that are going to tempt fate, if that makes sense. Just putting it out there, not trying to limit the drama or the fun, but you know, the more rolls you generate, the more likely it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yep.
So as just letting you know. So as you guys couple with the ship, I'm going to change the tune here a little bit.
Oh, great.
I'm starting to second guess setting deck in.
No, I mean this is your thing.
Yeah. Just the impulse control.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
We're
So,
gonna have spaceship combat and normal combat going on at the same time.
Oh, fuck.
God, I hope not. All right, I'm going to move the players over to the other map. So you guys are connected to the ship, and you walk through wearing your medium power armor. As you enter the Wallaby class freighter and the airlock cycles, you can see a collection of forms kind of waiting on the gantry or the catwalk that surrounds the cargo bay area. You can see a Kigyar that has an energy shield gauntlet and a needler rifle in one hand. You can see an Ungoi that's holding a brute shotgun, and you can see what appears to be a human holding a plasma rifle. And they're just kind of. Sorry,
You said needler rifle. I'm assuming you meant needler pistol.
Needler
Yeah.
pistol. Sorry, it's not really a pistol. It's just a needler.
This is the crew or the pirates?
These are the pirates.
Okay.
They're waiting for you.
How's it going? Where the hell are we? We're on the ship?
Yeah. So the
Okay.
ship is connected, and you guys just walk through the airlock.
So yeah.
And they're just standing there cradling their weapons.
Okay.
Not pointing them at you or anything, not like at the ready, just kind of there.
I would just start searching the ship room by room, I guess.
I'm looking for a black box, and I brought my med scanner with me to figure out what killed the body they have on board. Those are my two main goals, minus any subversion that's going to happen.
And Deck, what are you doing?
I'm also searching to see if there's, if I can find anything as to why the crew is missing.
When asked, the human says, "The corpse is back in the thresher." Not thresher, the fresher. He means the bathroom. It's a nasty sight. You're not gonna like it. So, Drake, I would say Drugel, you would probably want to go here to the front of the ship, in order to start downloading the black box data. That Kigyar with the Kneeler just he stands back by the door and lets you do it. Drake, you're going to need to walk kind of through the crew quarters here to go all the way over here. I will move you. And Dakiri, do you go with Drake or do you stay out in the main room with Drugel? Can I move you guys? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
On the ship?
I'll go with Drake.
Can see the initiative.
Oh, that's fine. That was if you guys did things the hard way.
Pre-roll.
Okay.
Yep, all pre-rolled. I would say the human with the plasma rifle stays out here. They're more interested in Drugel, making sure that Drugel doesn't try to It takes a while to spin up the FTL, but if Drugel did something foolish, the Ungoi with the Mauler is gonna kind of follow you there because the Mauler can hit two people adjacent. So you're in an enclosed quarters. Shotgun.
Does the door open by itself?
It doesn't. You have to key it when you hit it. Actually, that's a lie. Sorry. There is no door. Strangely enough, you go up and there is no airlock or door. There's a frame where there should be one. There is none.
And it looks like it was torn off.
It's just gone.
Like smooth, no scorch marks or anything?
Exactly.
Like disintegrated. Or just... So is there dust?
There's no dust.
Either the architect, the ship maker who made this was really insensitive, because this is the shitter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Was really insensitive, or part of a nudist colony, or someone removed this door. And I don't know how else to say that. Not shredded, not mauled, not torn, not disintegrated, not not with a blade of light, but like from existence removed.
So Drugel has the attention of 2 of these, right?
Yeah, the Kigyar you can tell because you're actually pretty observant of body language. The Kigyar has positioned himself where he can react pretty quickly to either situation. He's confident that if something goes down back here in the fresher, he can move to that. So he's kind of splitting his attention. The human with the plasma rifle, I would say, probably would have migrated over here, and he's raptly watching you.
Okay. I'm going to start making this ship while doing everything that I need to do. Make the ship make noises and pings and have lights and basically turn on, pyrotechnics on the ship without fire. But like all the lights and noises make things ping, alarms go off, and, act a fool while still getting what I need.
Okay, just to lay out the stakes here, you can tell these guys are pretty tense. Just letting you know, you can still do it. That could escalate the situation.
But and like bellow the word sorry over and over again at them, literally just playing a fool because they don't know me from anything.
I guess the first step then would be, I would say there is no test for you to actually do it. If you want them not to be convinced that you are trying to trick them, I need you to roll me a communication deception test.
Hey. Because this falls in line with what you guys want to do, right?
Oh, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Then maybe not.
Okay.
I don't know. You were just... So was the remove door thing over comms?
It would have been to Takiri. Yeah, it's I think it's all. I mean, we can speak a little bit, but it's over comms.
Yeah, and Takiri would be broadcasting what she's seen back to the Nuria as well, if that's possible.
Yep.
Getting back
Yes.
to the.
Cassie bought us discreet comms like a while ago, and
Yep.
they have good range.
Back to the remove door and the body. What's the state of the body? What's that look like? Has its eyes been removed?
So you
I
can
would have
tell it's-
handed them the med scanner.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yep. And you'll also, Drugel, have an opportunity later. Like you're taking the corpse with you, so you're gonna have a chance to scan it. So if you flip over the body, or wait, sorry, let me rephrase that. The body is laying on its stomach right now. You can see it's laying in a pool of blood. Are you going to flip it over to examine it?
Yeah. Dr. Drake, medicine woman.
That's fair. So, as you flip over the body, there is this sheer ringing pain in your head, and you are overwhelmed with flashbacks of abject terror as you can feel this man running through his ship, trying not to be murdered by some thing. And then, in just a moment, that flash of pain and terror and fear is gone. And you can see that there is a rend across his front that is just no longer there. It doesn't look like it was cauterized by a blade. It doesn't look like it was cut by a sword. There's just a chunk out of the front of him that is no longer there.
Okay. I'm going to do sense disturbance in the source. I'm actually not sure to what end, but I feel like that might be relevant.
Okay.
You can tell me if it's not relevant.
Sense disturbance in the source?
Yeah.
Let me look at the power just really quick so I recognize, because I mean
it's used to sense disturbances, and it's also used to locate dark things with a dark side score of 1 or higher.
that's fair. Yeah, I would say this is relevant.
Okay. Perception. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. It's actually a perception test.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm so confused. Oh no, that would be. Sorry. Okay, I misunderstood. That would be if I was if they were contesting it. I'm sorry.
Yep. No, you're fine, bud.
I read and I read. Oh. Well, I sense with a 20 and a 6 on the stunt die, which is not my fault. 3 of them in a row, folks. I don't know what to tell you.
I thought for sure it was going to be me.
You know what? Okay, that's fair. So you do sense a disturbance in the source,
Yeah.
and it is right here on the ship with you.
Approximate direction and location? Like direction. Distance and direction, excuse me.
6 meters back and to the left of you. And 1 second. I think with that, we're gonna go to break.
Dakari, that is directly behind you.
Oh, back and to the right. So yeah, back and to the left. Yeah, back and to the left. So and with that, we're gonna go to a little break.
Yeah, please.
So
I need to go urinate.
we were a little hot on.
Oh, we're already on break. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, we flip back. Yeah, we're good.
Jesus
Reminder.
Christ.
Sorry.
So hey guys, we will be right back. We just hit 30 turn, which means that some crazy shit might be about to go down. Please don't forget to enter our giveaway for a copy of the Expanse RPG. I see that Madame Ruby has entered, so thank you for entering the giveaway. Don't forget to enter your chance to win. We'll be back in about 5 or 10, probably 10 minutes, I would say. Yeah. Any other reminders before we go to break?
Madame Ruby also followed during the rerun, so thanks, Madame Ruby. I hope you're enjoying your time here with Cold Suns and Dice Prairie.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. So, thank you guys for bearing with us. Hopefully, everyone's had a chance to enter the giveaway while we were gone. When we last left our intrepid adventurers, they had ventured onto the Telepat Ren, looking for any signs of the missing crew. They've seen, they kind of have a general plan of perhaps deception to try to apprehend one of these pirates. And as Drugel is in the process of downloading the data from the black box of this Wallaby class freighter, Dikiri and Drake went back to investigate the corpse. Flipping it over, Drake was temporarily overcome with a sense of something dark and foreboding. And when he reached out with his connection to the source of all things, he sensed that it was not only nearby, but right behind him. I'm going to change the track really quick.
Same.
And then I will describe what is happening. So, Drake, you stand up, feeling the hairs on the back of your neck immediately prickle, and you turn to Dikiri and say, "That's right behind you." And emerging from the wall, the hull of the ship, you see this chromatic, shifting, changing kaleidoscope of light and energy emerge from the wall, floating into the center of the room. It seems to take on the shapes of the things around it as it passes through as through one of the beds, the pillow. You can see it briefly takes on the texture of the fabric through which it passes, and you can hear a strange sound filling the air. And
Goodbye.
the Ungwe with the shotgun. Holy fuck! And I'm going to need you to roll me initiative.
I would fucking say so.
See if this works.
And I would say Alexis, everyone who's back on the Nuria should also roll. I'm gonna throw your pogs over here just so that they can show
Sure.
up on the initiative
Yep.
tracker.
Okay. I'm not gonna have nightmares for a decade from this. No, we're fine.
You should see yourselves over by the airlock if you want to roll your initiative.
Oh, thanks. Put us in the brig.
Oh, we've got armor on. -2. -2.
Does that armor change our initiative?
-1 to it.
-1. Yeah.
Oh, that's
If
right.
it's light
Which means
armor.
I
Oh,
need
that
to
already-
decide if Cassie is wearing that or not.
I changed mine. You can change your own initiative, it looks like.
Yeah, it already did the thing for that.
Yeah, mine's a 2 because I have a shield 2 that drops my deck.
Were we anticipating just so that I know which armor Cassie would be wearing right now? Were we anticipating Cassie would ever be leaving the Nuria?
No, but I mean, there wasn't a plan for it, but ships do get perforated during space combat.
Okay.
It's pretty SOP to have armor on when you're in space combat if you can.
Okay. And shit, I have too many windows open. Can you just tell me what the armor penalty
-1
thing is? Okay.
-1 to your dexterity initiative test.
And what's the total armor on it?
I think it's a +5. It's damage reduction 5.
5 armor.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
5 armor. Thank you.
And we add our I'll figure it out. All
Okay.
right. Hog selected. There we go. I think that worked.
Oh,
Okay. Let's see.
It didn't take the penalty, and
I can overwrite it. So it's a 13.
Oh no, it did. Wait, no, it didn't.
It's a 13.
I can't tell.
Or 14. It's a 14. Oh, I'll say it's a 14.
It's a 14. The armor penalty would show up as a -1 armor penalty.
Yep. Exactly, and that's like underneath.
Okay.
It's on the character sheet.
Yeah, it didn't show
up
then.
I see Cassie on the initiative tracker. I see Drake. I see Tack. I don't see the.
right. So I must not have selected it correctly. It should be a 13.
Okay, let me get you on here. 1 second. Sure.
Shit.
That's a 13.
Yep.
Okay. And then Jerugal, I see you're at a 14.
Yeah, it's 13 or 14.
Okay.
I'm with everyone else.
Okay. Let me look. Yeah, it doesn't look like it took your penalty, so it's a 13. And Tack, I see you're on here with a 6. Beautiful.
Yep,
I think
that's
that's
correct.
everybody, right? Excellent. So you hear the grunt, the Ungoi with you yell, "Holy fuck!" Immediately, the human with the plasma rifle levels it on you, Drugal, and says, and shouts out to the Ungoi, "What's going on back there?" And that's he's holding his action to see what happens. He's not going to immediately escalate until he knows.
Oh, I would have had there are screens up, right? There's like a HUD.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of the cameras, everything I was pulling would have been on one of those screens.
Okay, so you have them like up on the screens in front of you, so everyone can see what's happening on the ship.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Okay.
so I could subversely record that and potentially play it back. But
Okay, so
they don't know that.
all right, so he's looking up at the screen. Then he changes his statement. He says, "What the fuck is that?" to you, Drugal, and he's holding his action, suspecting some kind of foul play here. And the music stopped for me, at least.
I think it stopped for everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna skip that track because we've already heard it. Okay, on initiative count 14, it is the Anomaly's turn. The Anomaly... I have to look at its character sheet really quick.
Not the Anomaly going first. Well, second.
So the Anomaly, it hovers there for just a few moments, seemingly like parsing what is happening in this moment. You can see then that its shape and form begin to change. Dikiri, I would say, I'll say you. Dikiri, you standing the closest, not the closest to it, but semi-close in it, studying you, its form starts to shape and contort as it begins to solidify, and you can see Dikiri, it almost appears to be like a replica of you, but made of a kaleidoscope of color, and its form somewhat immutable. And then it starts to move towards you, slowly, taking a step, and it now is standing within just a few meters of you. That is the Anomaly's first turn. Can you... Oh, you can't see it on the initiative anymore? Did it fall off the initiative?
Well, you switch tokens. The new token you made doesn't have a.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you
There
want
it is now.
if you want transforming minions, use a roll table.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. So Anomaly is up with a 14. So that was the Anomaly's turn. Cassie with a 14. Simultaneously seeing everything that's happening. Yeah, you can see basically what this occurring through Drake and Dakiri's cameras. This shape forming almost like a negative or a mirror of Dakiri, but its form being made out of like the materials around it in a kaleidoscope of color, texture.
It's taking on the image of who?
Dakiri.
Sorry, I'm coping. And Akiri does or doesn't know that it's there.
Dakiri's seeing. You're seeing this like you basically can have like Drake. Everyone's what they're seeing because they're wearing the same combat armor that you are. You could have it up on the screens on the ship. You would basically be monitoring the situation as the commander.
I asked if Dakiri does
Yes.
or does not know it's there. Okay.
Dakiri's looking at it, I'm assuming.
Okay. I don't know what I can do from here.
Maybe you try to proactively de-escalate the situation with the other ship, seeing as you can see what's happening.
I'm so sorry.
So there's the
I missed what
Teltec.
the other ship is doing.
So the Teltec is just here, but you know that tensions are high. There's a high chance that they might think, and I know Drugal's was planning on their turn to start broadcasting everything that's happening, but you've already kind of got a lead start on this. You can see what's breaking down. You might want to let the other ship know that something's going down and it's not you guys that are doing it. Like, give them a heads up, because the moment they get a whiff, they might fire on you.
Okay. We have a slight hiccup in our arrangement. Not between us. There's a third party we didn't factor into the equation, and it is probably hostile on that ship.
A likely story, but I will.
I'm
check
going to
with my
broadcast the
crew.
live feed.
Okay. Yeah, they're about to get a full... actually, as you start to do that, Cassie, because, this is all happening simultaneously. Drugal, it is your turn.
Well, you guys probably are all hear a very low and breathy "oh fuck," and sharing with the pirates, and I would go ahead and share the feed, and then immediately make sure that I had out. What would I do with the ship? I would do something to try and highlight the not Dakiri, because they look similar. If I can control like the color of the lights,
Yeah, just
I
so
would
you know,
definitely.
Yeah, there's no confusing the two of them. Like, this creature is like a kaleidoscope of colors and materials. It's just in her shape, in Dakiri's shape. So I'm not going to let you waste your turn by trying to like highlight it, because there's no confusing the two of them.
Gotcha. So I just want to make sure that I have full control of the ship, to move it, to shut down doors, area control, whatever I need to do. Make sure that I know what's entering and leaving the ship. So if there's more than one of these things, I can pinpoint it.
Okay. And just to remind you, the human with the plasma rifle had pointed it at you when this started to go down, and he said, "What the fuck is that?" when you pulled it up on screen.
Yeah. He's not my problem. So yes, I would make sure that there's no others on entering or leaving the ship of this thing. And if that guy repeats himself, it's basically Drugel's response would be, not ours, is it yours? And go back to ignoring him.
Okay. So Drugel starts flipping on things of the ship and start trying to gain control of the ship. The human advances. Well, with their major action, they can't because they use their minor action to ready the action. They don't fire on you yet. They're not quite ready to, but yeah, their tensions are high, to say the least.
That's fine. I'm saving their ass as much as I am ours. So
The Ungoi with the Mauler is kind of leveling the shotgun at the Anomaly. Boss, what should I do? Wait to see if it's hostile. So the Ungoi with the shotgun readies its action, leveling the Mauler in your guys' general direction. All right, Dekiri with a 13, you are up. This perverse manifestation of reflection of yourself seems to be staring at you 2 meters away.
I return the stare, holding my action. Hasn't done anything to me yet. Trying to determine if there's anything I can learn from it.
Okay. So are you readying your action in case it does something aggressive and just generally observing it? Okay.
Yep.
With an 11, the Kigyar activates the energy shield on its arm and runs over here, basically readying itself for combat as well. No shots having been fired, it's not going to do anything just yet. Drake, the 10.
Okay. I am going to harness the power of the source to try to use displacement. Oh my goodness, nice. So I do make it. I have 5 stunt points. I will use 4 of them to split the power, which I will. So basically, what I do, because I don't even have my blade of light out, I put my hands together. I breathe in very closely. I'm very intimidated by this thing, but and then I start to split into different. There are more of me, a couple of different ones of me as I am displaced. And then there's like the light kind of bends around whatever light is available, and it kind of fans out, and there are more of Dekiri as well. You are under the effects of displacement, Dekiri. It is, you gain a +5 to your defense versus ranged, a +2 versus melee. And when people miss you, they can then make a perception seeing test as a free action to see where you really are. So you have a +5 versus range and a +2 versus melee to your defense.
Thank you, Drake.
Yep. And I'm going to use my other stunt point to increase my force to it'd be 14 for this.
Okay. So it's a 14 for it to see past.
That's exactly right. Perception
Okay.
seeing versus force, 14 for this. That cost me 3 power points. That was my minor action. Excuse me. With my major action, I really think, is this thing hostile? Is it attacking us?
You felt malevolence from it.
Right. So then with my major action, I will use it as a minor to activate my blade of light, actually. So I have to do that. So yeah. Then I use my major to, and I look at the thing. So that's another +1 to my defense. That would be my turn. Thank you.
When you do this, when you channel the source and you and Dekiri start to flicker, the thing reacts strongly. That was your turn. Back on the Nuri attack with a 10.
Is there a translator on this ship?
There is, but that's no language you've ever heard.
Tech will probably hold and watch the view screen to see if they end up needing backup to see where this is gonna go.
Oh yeah, that's right, because the Nuria would still probably be coupled with the
Yeah.
Teltech. So you could even say, if you wanted, with your major action, start to make your way to the airlock if you weren't.
So we'll make our way to the airlock, grabbing our power hammer and shield along the way, and just sit there and watch the view screen, just ready to charge in if assistance is needed.
Beautiful. All right, Tack, that's yours. Starting back up with the top of the initiative, the human with the plasma rifle, he didn't use his action on his last turn. He asks you, Takiri, what are you doing? I mean, Drugel. He asks you, Drugel, what are you doing? As you started to activate the ship and do stuff.
Oh, saving us.
Can you be more specific?
I mean, I'm not sure you'd understand, but I'm trying to make sure that the transforming lighty bendy guy is not going to do the thing that no one wants him to do and kill us all. Like, I'm assuming he killed the crew. But point your guns. Good luck.
He does watch what you're doing. You actually know that these guys know their way around a ship. They're pirates. So he is going to move his way over here, keeping his plasma rifle focused on you, but he keeps darting his eyes furtively to the screen, trying to figure out what is going on back here with the anomaly.
That's okay. He's acting as a meat shield now. I'll take it.
The anomaly's turn is up. Let me do one thing here. And welcome Green Ronin to the chat. You came across us just after we hit 30 churn, so some fun things are happening now, and the group is fighting something horrifying. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, all right. So the anomaly's turn. Dakiri, you hear this inhuman roar emerge from this thing. And it lashes out at you like a tendril from inside of its chest, lashes out at you and tries to strike you. You have a +2 to your defense because of displacement. Displacement. Yep. Thank you.
Sorry, I was muted.
Guessing a 12 does not hit your defense?
My defense is 15. My armor is 5.
Beautiful. So as this tendril lashes out, it misses you and it hits the bed next to you, and you can see the mattress on the bed just zip, and it's gone and phases out of existence as the tendril passes through it. And to answer your question, Drugel, in the chat, they are all wearing sealed spacesuits as well.
Good.
Cassie, you're up with a 14. So during this time, the other captain of the ship is engaged with you. He says, you guys can both see the horror that is unfolding on the Telpat Rin. He says, what is that thing? Did you send it?
Your guess is as good as mine, except yours is probably better because you've been on that ship with that thing already.
Can you roll me a communication persuasion test? Trying to convince
Roll your communication.
him. Communication, yeah.
Eh.
12, I would say. 12 would be a challenging task. Yeah, I would say that he doesn't sense lies in what you're saying. You seem equally freaked out. He says, "Is that what killed the crew?"
You have a better idea of that than I do, but I would guess so.
Is there anything else that you want to do on your turn? Like, you could quickly throw the conversation over to your hand terminal if you wanted to start to advance on the other ship. It's up to you.
So the Nuria was in the process of securing that asteroid to our ship, right?
Yep, and it's
That's
docked.
what we were doing.
Yep, it is currently docked with the
And we're
telepath
docked.
run. So
That's right, we're docked with this thing.
yep, using low-level tractor beams to secure the load, so the thing could get into the Nuria.
Oh.
It can't warp away the door on our warp core because we don't have one now.
That's right. It can't make that disappear when it doesn't exist to begin with. Okay. This thing is just making stuff disappear.
Seemingly.
I'm just gonna quickly ask Drake, are you engaging or running? You're muted, buddy.
I just unmuted myself. Hello?
Oh, okay. I didn't hear anything you said. Sorry.
I'm engaging. This thing isn't going to let me walk away.
Back up.
Please.
I'm like, so I just signaled attack. I'm like, you better move in. And I'll convey to the other captain that we're gonna attempt to subdue the thing, and we're sending it back up.
Don't think that I won't hesitate to blow you both out of the sky if it looks like you're turning on us.
The deal stands, but this thing is trying to disrupt, so let's just deal with it, and then we'll continue on.
Yep. And that's, Cassie, I would say that's your turn.
Okay, and I guess... I'm trying to decide if Cassie is going to stay back or try to get onto the ship too. Because could I still move on my turn or not?
Yeah, you could. So I said you could move the conversation to your hand terminal. Tack left around before you, so Tack would likely arrive on this turn, especially with you. Like on the 6, he would be where he's positioned. You would arrive the round after if you started now.
Okay. Yep. Okay. That's it for me.
Gotcha. And remember that it does... I'm guessing you've probably readied your weapons, while you're over there not doing stuff. So just remember the actions to pull out weapons and stuff if you... I'm going to say that you probably readied them, but I think that's an understandable thing to do. Okay. Droogle, you are up with a 13.
So there's a lot of people in close quarters there. Is there any escape out the back of the fresher?
No, that's a sealed cabin.
Sealed cabin. And where's the closest brig?
Closest brig is right here. Or if I hold
Oh,
shift.
that's awful. Okay. And there are no other brigs. This is not a 2-brig ship.
The other brig would be this thing, which is like a lift out of the bottom of the ship.
Probably explain for people that we call any exit to the ship a brig.
That's right. Any airlock is a brig. Any airlock. Dude, I will say over comms. Do we think we can get this thing to an airlock? Or do we think we can get this thing to a brig?
I'll try. It might survive. I think it can survive space. It phases through walls.
Ooh, yikes. Well, okay. Now that I've got the ship up and running, does it have any... It has shields, right?
The ship?
Yes.
This ship has... They can barely be called shields. They're basically to keep space debris from hitting it. This is
That's
a pretty
fine.
yeah.
And shields are basically like electromagnetic diversions in a scientific sense, right?
I mean, the science is like it's a plasma bubble around you. It's a plasma envelope around you. It does have strong electromagnetic properties. It could maybe do something to this.
So you know how they can isolate like small particles within electromagnetic bubble by using basically magical walls.
Yeah.
Can I try to get the ship to, rather than putting the shields on the outside, can I try to hem this thing in?
I'll be honest, that would be a very challenging test, and
It
it wouldn't
would
be
be.
accomplished in one roll. But you could certainly try. You know, these shields aren't really made for fidelity, so you might be able to limit where it can go to like a quarter of the ship if you were successful. So you might be able to keep it from moving out of the area generally that it's in. That is to be said if it's even necessarily fully affected by the energy shields. It's a gamble.
Yeah, it sure is. All right. Okay. So, what would you want from me to figure out if I can even attempt this? Let's start at trying to attempt it, and then we'll see if we can finish it next turn.
Yeah, I mean, so I would call this an advanced test with a pretty high TN. So I would make you roll me an intelligence technology test.
Okay. Because it's not hacking, because I already have control of the ship.
Exactly. It's
Let's
more
go
like
ahead and do
it's
that.
more like making. What'd you roll? You good?
That's
Good,
a 21 with 6 stunt points.
Good. You get 6. You succeed on the test, and you get 6 stunts towards your general threshold. So,
Okay.
you're like, the shields aren't really made for doing anything like this, but I
They
might
sure
be able
aren't.
to do something.
Okay.
Right.
Then I'm going to also stay over comms to Drake and Dakiri. I'm trying to hem it in. I'm sorry if you get stuck with it. Tell me if you can damage it. Because if they can't damage it, I don't want to get them stuck in with the thing. Right?
Understood. Yep. All right. Drugel starts doing computer stuff, trying to hem the thing in. Technology. The Ungoy with the Mauler, seeing the thing take a swipe at Dakiri, now has ascertained that it is indeed hostile. So the Ungoy is going to try to take a shot at this thing. So I will roll its attack. A 10 misses, and it will miss Drake too. So a splatter of what would you call it? Of hot lead goes flying past you, Drake, and hits the wall behind you as the shots pass over the Anomaly's head. Rolled pretty low on its attack roll.
I'm gonna shout back to him, if one of those things hit me, I'm going to kill you. And I point at him with my blade of light. Fucking idiot.
The Kylo Ren scene. Dakiri, you are up.
Is there... I've made an assumption that there's no way to get past the anomaly. Is it like, could I slip past it?
I would say that if you were trying to, I would let you use like a dexterity test to like jump off of some of the features, because there's like bunk beds and stuff, and you're pretty lithe. You might be able to scrape past it with a dexterity test.
Parkour, I'll take it. All right. Right now, 14.
14. I would say 14. That's a challenging test. So you are able to basically, you're a very lithe, from my understanding. Actually, how about you describe what that looks like?
Okay, she's going to. I can't. I mean, I'm looking at the terrain, but she's going to basically use whatever she can around her to like run along the wall and get behind it, and then slide. Do I have full movement on this?
I would say that uses half of your movement. Kind of like standing up uses half. That would have used half your movement.
Fair. And just so you know, I can't control my paw currently, so you might have to give me permission.
Oh, it's because I added the new ones. I'm sorry. One moment, buddy.
No worries.
There you go. Should be controllable by you now.
So speed. So my speed is 14. I'd be able to still move 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you had 7 squares of movement, your speed is impacted if you're wearing the armor. Remember that the penalty -1 applies to your speed as well.
Got it. All right. So that would make my speed 13. So it'd be 6. All right. So I think that's fair here. And I'm going to throw the Akori from this position, hoping to try to kite it backwards away from Drake.
Got it. And you had the Akori out before?
I have quick reflexes, so she was ready already.
Boop. They just appear in your hands. That's awesome.
17 with a stun.
17 hits.
All right, so I am going to use the bounce lightning on that.
Got it. What does that look like for the people at home?
So the bounce lightning allows, basically I'm reflecting the Akori. The Akori look like these circular discs with plasma edges, violet plasma edges. So I'm bouncing one off of the wall after. So she runs up the wall, gets behind, and kind of does a backhand with the Akori, bouncing it back along the wall that she just ran up. Hits the creature, and then is able to throw her second one as a result of this.
Excellent.
And then it's coming, Drake. Don't worry. Well, you're not within range. Okay, so damage on this first one is 8.
Got it.
And then the second one from the bounce lightning is a 16 a hit.
That hits.
For 6. And I can't give Drake double team, right? Because he's not within melee.
Not in melee. Pip pip.
Let me check one thing on this little guy.
You could do. I'll let you decide. Oh, shut up.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you can
use.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chase.
Oh, I'll let you figure out because you could use like what stunt are you going to use because that might affect the damage, right?
I was gonna use taunt.
Okay, so you can see your Akori hitting this thing, and you can see like as they are striking it and returning to your linked gauntlets, there are these almost like contrails of the thing's material following it. It seems to be like scratched, like in its form, its material, but it is up. Can you read what taunt does to the folks at home?
Yeah. So we roll an opposed test of communication versus willpower against the target within 10 meters. If I win, they must attack or oppose me in some way on the next turn.
All right, let's roll this thing.
Her communication's not that good, so this might not work. 13 for me.
You have its full attention, Dakiri. As it turns on you, squaring itself up, you can hear the gibbering in your head. Is that your turn, Dakiri?
That would be it, yeah.
Awesome. So Dakiri, an acrobatic move, running off the wall, throwing her Akori, doing an amount of damage to this thing. Seemingly, it can be damaged. You've seen, but now drawing its ire. The Kigyar with the Needler behind you kind of squawks, watching the action, trying to get a clear shot. It waits until an opportune moment, and it lets loose a a small salvo with its needler on this creature. Apparently, it doesn't add the attack rolls. I don't have aim turned on. Okay, I'll just add it by hand. So that's an 11, 12 plus 5 is 17. That will hit. So you can hear as it fires the needler rounds at this anomaly, and I will roll its damage. That should be 11. So you can see some of these needles just kind of like sink into it, and you can see the pink crystal shards like jutting out of its form, and then you can see them slowly get sucked into the form of the anomaly. That is the Kigyar pirate's turn. Drake, you are up.
I say to Dakiri, like, Dakiri, do not taunt the ancient anomaly. The shape-shifting ancient anomaly. And then, of course, after I say that, I look at the anomaly and go, have you seen this kind of blade before? And I would use my, my action to charge, just so it lets me move and stuff. Move and then attack. Let's see if this even affects them. Because someone wanted to know that, and I certainly do too. $17 to hit.
Yeah. Gotcha. And we captured the communication 6 stunt points, making sure, Rob.
Yeah, it's all tracked. So I didn't know if we reset the churn at 30, because you didn't declare what the third. Okay, I didn't know if you declared what the 30 action was, or if it was this thing. So I'm tracking it separately for the time.
The 30's still coming. This isn't the worst thing that can happen. I'm kidding. Okay, good. Thank you, sir. All right, yeah. So you swing 17 hits.
Okay, 17 hits. I am gonna roll damage. I really wish I stunned it there. It's fine. I'm gonna spend 3 fortune to force a stunt.
Yep.
I gain 6 stunt points. We cannot see Cassie, right, visually right now?
Nope. Okay. Unfortunately.
And so 6 stunt points. I am gonna roll the damage. 13 points of ignore 4 armor for my Blade of Light.
Okay. You can see that your blade does meet some resistance as it passes through this thing.
Okay. Let me use. Okay. It does. It's still okay. It still has resistances in a kind of armor. Okay, cool. Is there one for making your attacks penetrating with melee?
I don't know.
No.
There might be. There's a
overcome
stunt.
toughness.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna use. God damn it! Sean's choices fucked me up. I'm gonna use 4 stunt points to seize the initiative, so move me to the top.
Aha!
I don't think it should change my score. It should just move me to the top.
Okay. For tracking purposes, I'm gonna put it at the top score because it'll stay there, right? Like you're at the top.
Yeah. Until someone else seizes. Yes.
Yep, so I'm just gonna put you at an 18.
And then I'm going to use the other 2 points to double team with Dakiri.
All right.
So you can now make an attack, Dakiri, against the anomaly.
Oof, not good. I'm gonna spend 4 to raise that to a. That's so low.
I think you just miss.
I just miss, yeah.
Yeah. So what does this look like, Drake? How do you open this up for?
I briefly, I think I just kind of try to cut it across the back, and that gives it, Dakiri enough time to fire off a shot or throw the Ikori.
Yep. And it, with surprising quickness, as Dakiri throws it, kind of jerkily just seems to phase, and it's turned like this, and the Aquarius soars past it.
That I'm gonna use my minor action to do something, but that's my turn.
Alrighty. Drake moving himself to the top of the initiative. Tack, you are up. Lumbering through the Nuria, you are now making your way into the airlock of the Wallowing class freighter.
So we will use our minor to ready the hammer and shield as we come through the airlock, and then use our major as a run action to try to head over. So
all right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's as far as we can get.
You guys can hear the familiar heavy footfalls as Tack charges into the Telpet Ren. Is that your turn, Tack?
That is it. Thank you, Ashenworks, for the raid.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ashenworks, for the raid. Yeah, so...
Just real quick, on Tack would hear Cassie just saying, Tack, that thing is wearing Dakiri's face, and those other people cannot distinguish between them.
They can. You can tell them.
Well, maybe not. Cassie's
okay.
worried. Cassie's speaking in character.
Okay. Yeah, you're not prophetic.
We will make sure to defend the Dakiri.
Thank you.
Ashenworks, the crew is on an abandoned ship and is being attacked by some kind of anomalous creature that can phase things from reality and has taken on the form of one of their crewmates. It's a tense situation filled with pirates and conflict. Next turn. Alrighty. Back up at the top of the initiative. I'm going to resort it because you used seize the initiative at an 18. Drake, you're up.
Hello. Yes, it is already my turn. And my minor action was to stand firm, by the way. Not that it matters. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm like, okay, let's try that again. And I would relay like, I can hurt it a little. Is what I would relay since someone asked me. Make me attack. I make my attack. Oh fuck me, dude. 15 to hit.
Let me double check one thing. $15 will miss.
Wow. Okay. There's no flanking or anything to consider. I'm not. With my minor action, I am going to do, stand firm again. So I'm just like holding against it. It's like trying to dig into its back and stuff.
Exactly. So this thing seems to be learning as it's fighting you, and it kind of dodges your attacks, just kind of moving its upper torso as you swing. Missing. Human with the plasma rifle, that is getting to be a pretty crowded environment. He is not going to open up with a fully automatic weapon in that, because that would be a death sentence for everyone involved just yet. He is going to continue to keep his attention increasingly attuned on the door as he can hear the combat breaking out from within. Cassie, you're up with a 14.
Sorry, I'm stress snacking. Where am I?
You are running through the Nuria, approaching the airlock. So this would be the round because Tack arrived the round before you. So
Okay.
you were going to arrive at the airlock a little behind Tack.
Spending as much movement as I can to catch up to Dakiri. Put me wherever that gets me, and then fuck. I can see everything that's happening, right?
Are you using a major? Are you using all your movement to move? Because you can move up to 3 times your speed, but that would be everything. Just trying to understand your intent.
I'm just thinking if there's anything else I could be doing with my turn besides booking it. I don't think that there is, right? Just for clarification, Did anyone get a chance to try to talk to this thing, or did it just coalesce and unleash?
Coalesced unleash, and this thing is pure malevolence. There's no talking.
Reacted to
That's what I
Drake's
thought.
source
Just
use.
double checking. Okay. All right. My weapons are out. I'm rushing in. Yeah, I'm just gonna rush in.
I would say, with you moving through the ship on the previous turn, the minor action it would have taken to draw your weapon on the previous turn, cutting into your speed. You could probably get, if I could click, you could get here, or here, I should say, that area of the ship with your movement. So I can move you there.
Okay. Yeah.
You basically run past a human pirate in a kig yard, and you're kind of crowding in. I would say if you're here, you would have a slight amount of cover around that, and you can peer in and you can see this crowded hallway, this crew quarters with beds and whatnot, and this strange perversion of Dakiri's form sandwiched between her and Drake. Drake swinging at it and missing.
All of this, and while Cassie is booking it, she is saying, "Dakiri, we talked about this."
Just the finger wagging. I love it. Okay.
Hyperventilating. Cassie is booking it.
All right. With a 14, it's the Anomaly's turn. Seemingly ignoring the strikes that the lightsaber, or sorry, the Sword of Light has done to its form, it takes a single step forward again and swipes at you, Dakiri. Second, just check a chat. Armor Crush might be the closest. Okay. Does a 17 hit?
So how does the armor come into play?
Armor is just like, it's, to use a term, it's like damage reduction, so it adds to your toughness.
So yes.
Okay. Okay, so you take 8 points of damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution tolerance test.
$11.
You take an additional... Hold on 1 second. Take an additional 6 points of damage. And then, as this tendril almost passes through you, your mind begins to reel. I would like for you to roll me, give me just 1 second.
All the rolls.
I want you to roll me a d10. A 0, roll me a d10, and I want you to roll it for me twice. A 0 is a reroll.
Four and one.
4 and 1. Okay, that's 1. So you now, so your mind is reeling, and your eyes start to see into like a reality that is not there. You can see like flowing tendrils and like the fabric of reality. You're going to take a -2 on accuracy tests and a -2 on dexterity tests. And that is the Anomaly's turn. As it hits you, it lets out kind of like that's the Anomaly's turn. I see Dakiri, Drugal, and the Ungoyar. So I saw your thing in the chat, Liz. You and Dakiri can choose who goes first, like when it's tied for character. So it's up to you guys. Dakiri can go first, or Drupal, you can go first.
I'm still trying to hem this thing in so its tendrils can't make stuff disappear. Like, that's my goal at the end of the day, is to keep the tendrils from piercing reality. And I'm hoping that some sort of shield or like electromagnetic force field would allow that, would hem it in. So I don't know.
I would roll me another intelligence technology test as you're trying to activate the shields and use them for something that they've never been used for before. It's another success and 6 more points. Count them towards the churn. What's that churn at now?
I can see Cassie
We
now.
are at 9.
So
Okay.
that's 7.
Oh,
So we're up to
7?
13.
Okay.
If we're gonna let them work towards this.
They do, yeah. You don't with an advanced test. You don't really like trigger a stunt. Like you don't get to choose the thing.
No, I know. I'm
Okay,
just
gotcha, sorry.
if we're allowing that stack to happen, then
Yeah.
I think
we're up to 13.
The churn happens because of the 6 on the die, not because of like.
Oh yeah.
No. That wasn't what I was asking. This is an advanced test, and I just want to know if your additional stunt point goes towards the advanced test. That's all it is.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes in the moment. I might rethink it later, but I think you give a +1 on stunt rolls, right?
Yeah.
So we can
Provides
dig into it later.
+1 stunt point when using stunt points.
And advanced tests don't generate stunt points.
So then
Yeah.
no.
All right,
Okay.
so it's a 12. Still,
Okay,
it's the
that's
best
fair.
it could be so far.
Yeah, you've maxed it twice and ran up the delicious churn. Okay, so that's your major action.
I mean, a major, minor movement, that's everything I'm trying to do right now, because
Okay,
I don't
you're
want to
like-
put another body in that small space. So if
Beautiful.
I can do a secondary roll as part of a minor action to make any of this move faster, I will gladly do that.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. So yeah, you're focused your entire being on arranging these shields. Dakiri, that's your turn. So Dakiri, you're up with a 13,
Yep.
and then the Ungoy's after you.
Can I move through non-enemies?
Yeah, you can.
3, 4. So she's gonna slide on top of this table here. Use her quick reflexes to draw the Needler rifle and fire back.
Awesome.
So I'll have to subtract 2 from this. I'm gonna spend 5 to make that a 18 minus 2, a 16 to hit.
16 to hit.
Yep, with
Yep.
5 stun points.
Just hits.
All right. So damage on this one. 15.
15. And what are you gonna do with your stunts? Your 5 stunt points.
It's away from Drake again.
Remember the favored stunts on the rifle. Just not trying to
Oh.
interject.
Oh, actually, I forgot that one. What was it again? I have to find it.
It's basically lethal blow, which adds 2d6.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, how many points was that?
Lethal blow. Does anyone have lethal blow?
I'm looking for it.
It's on the gun stunts.
So it'd be 1 minus, right? Because it's favored.
Lethal blow is 5, so it costs you 4 stunt points, and you'd have 1 stunt point left over.
I'm looking for it. Where's oh, I see. It's on general combat. I got it.
Yep.
Oh, and Cassie's. I can see Cassie. So
Yep.
that should be 6 points.
7. Yeah, all right, yes. Yeah, 6 points. Yeah, 6.
All right. So 4 on the lethal blow to add 2d6. That's 8 points. And then I have 2 left. I'll double team to the Ungoy.
Awesome. Yeah, let me get this. So that was 8 more, 15 plus 8. Okay, and the Ungoi is gonna take the moment. Oh, so I'm sorry. You unleash a few of your needler rifle rounds into this creature's form, and then the Ungoi opens up with its mauler, firing past and hopefully not hitting Drake. It hits with the mauler with a 17. So. That cannot be correct unless it rolled minimum damage. It rolled 3 ones. Okay, 2 and 5. So you can see these pellets just kind of like sink into the creature, and it lets out a bellow as these shots are hitting it, and you can see like where the pellets are passing through. It's leaving like little contrails of its form. And it's still up. And did the churn just hit 10 from that?
Sure did. It's at 11 now.
Okay.
So real quick, Dakiri spent 8 stunt points, right? No, just the 6 or 4.
6.
Okay, never mind. I'm just curious if the 4 stunt point spend thing happens twice if you spend 8.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. I've never had that happen before. I guess it's possible with this group. All right, that's Dakiri's turn, right?
Yes.
Ungoi with the Mauler is back up because it's its turn at a 13. With a 15 on the dice, it does not hit, so it lets out another shot with the Mauler. The pellets basically shredding the pillow of one of the beds there, not coming anywhere near you, and it says "sorry" over to Drake. The Kigyar with the shield is going to let off a flurry of needlers from its needler at the anomaly once more. Basically, everyone just pouring fire into this small room. It being a miracle that no one has been hit yet. It's gonna miss with a 14. Yeah, it's gonna miss with a 14. Okay, that is its turn. Tack, you're up with a 6.
Alright. Now the question is, can we get close enough? And as before, you said we can move through.
Yep.
I don't think I can make it. No, we can't make it. Alright, so I will do a run. So that's 10. And then that will get me there.
Beautiful. So their shape quickly filling up the hallway, their large form running in, the shield, and the comfort of knowing that your powerful and tough ally is there with you.
And then as a
is that
minor,
your turn?
guard up.
Guard up. So what does guard up do for the folks at home?
You balance action and defense at +1 or +2 to your defense until the end of the round. However, the same modifier becomes a penalty to all tests you make, even opposed tests, until the end of the round as well, unlike the defend action with last until the beginning of your turn. If you choose this as minor action, you must do it before any major action on your turn, and you cannot defend on the same turn.
Beautiful.
So I will do a +2. +2 up.
Excellent.
Just shield up in front. Trying to keep it from running down the hall and getting to everyone else.
Drake, you're up with an 18.
Why did I seize the initiative? I hate going. Can I just leave? Yes. Okay. With my minor action, I'm going to say, okay, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do this. And I'm going to what happens is like things start to shake and move and shift, and the light starts to dim as my eyes fill with a red energy as I invoke the dark side of the source. I'm going to do Dark Rage. Yeah, I sure did make it.
You sure did.
Such good rolls, but the stunt things just aren't lining up, and I just want to get my little handsies on them. I'm actually going to because it's yes. I'm actually going to force a stunt. I'm going to spend 6 stunt points to activate. 6 fortune to activate 4 source points, which is actually quite a lot because I've spent a lot of fortune lately. I am going to spend. I have 4 source points. Cool. I'm gonna spend one of them to do Reeve, which is I regain some fortune back actually, so I'll actually regain some.
Okay.
And then +1 for every. Cool. And then I'm gonna use her. Actually, no, it's still never mind. I don't have enough points, so I just won't force it. So I enter the dark side of the source with using Dark Rage, increasing my dark side by one. You embrace in your anger and enter a Dark Rage. You receive a +2 bonus to Willpower Courage and Willpower Morale test. While in this Dark Rage, you also receive a +1 on attack rolls and a +3 bonus to damage rolls in melee combat. However, you do suffer -1 penalty to defense and a -2 penalty to source test while in Dark Rage. You can end it with an activate action or at the end of the encounter. So let me just do a little. Yes. Okay, I already did that. Cool. And then that's my minor action. With my major action, I will charge, which allows you to just move and attack. That is a 16, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. They are going to take 16 points of ignore 4 armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use lightning attack to attack again, using because I generated 3 stunt points.
Got it.
4 stunt points. Right? Can I see her now, Cassie?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to see me, I think.
Okay.
That's the intent, at least, with where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, cool. I will attack again. 19 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of ignore 4 armor.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to use 1 stunt point to the remaining 1 stunt point to regain just 1 fortune.
Beautiful.
That'll be my turn, as I am a seething force of dark rage.
You take on a dark side point as you tap into the dark side of the source. How would you describe your attacks?
Furious.
More
yeah.
Furious and reckless.
It's like it's overhead smashes. It's just repeated overhead smashes. Like they're just driving and finding purchase rather than worrying about precision.
Gotcha. So, your lightsaber, and you can see now that his blade of light is cutting through, like you're on the inside of the hole, like not against the outer, so you're not gonna vent the ship. But you can see, like as Drake swings, he cuts a rend through part of the wall and is hacking into this thing. The Anomaly taking like the full front of these strikes. As it's being hit over and over, you can see this dark rage overtaking Drake. Drake, is it your turn?
That is my turn, thank you.
At the top of his initiative, the human with the plasma rifle can no longer withstand the draw of what's happening, and they come running around the corner and glance. They say, "Holy fuck!" And they are gonna unload with their plasma rifle, so you can hear as it fires at this Anomaly. The temperature in this room skyrocketing. The sweat is rolling down your bodies if you do sweat because of all the plasma and exchanged fire in this small room. I will roll his attack. 17 hits. And he deals. So you can see these plasma bolts striking this form, and parts of it are kind of evaporating away. The creature's form is starting to, the anomaly's form is starting to like shift and phase as it's being struck, and you can see its form is flickering now, as if it's starting to lose some of its ability to hold itself together. Cassie, you are up with a 14.
Does Takiri look?
You broke up a little bit. You're asking how hurt I look? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm pretty decently hurt.
I'm gonna heal Takiri. That's what I'm gonna do. Cassie will, with her left hand, which on it she is wearing this like this device that looks like it has like this large red gem inset on it. It's in like a circular setting. And she focuses her will and concentrates on Dakiri. And I forgot how to roll from a sheet. 1 second. Panic. Okay. We started with 5 stunt points. That's what we need. Okay.
Gorgeous.
I
said gorgeous.
Yes. Chase, I don't know if you saw in Zoom chat, but the music stopped.
Oh, okay. I'll restart it. It took it a while to do that.
It's okay. I have too many sheets out and too much panic in my brain. Yes. So let's start with, I don't think there's anyone close enough to me to really benefit from extra healing. So no split power. But with, I think 4 of my stunt points. I need to double check. I'm gonna do better healing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna spend 2 to make it more effective. And I'm sorry, remind me on one thing. If I am able to use my shield function happens in reaction to attacks, or if I can activate it myself.
You can activate it yourself. I think as a minor action.
Okay.
And then it lasts the whole turn.
Okay. So yes. So then yeah. With my major action, I'm spending some of those stunt points to heal Takiri. Oh right. I'm getting dice out, and I don't need to get dice out. That's what happens when we panic, folks. I'm going to spend 3 power points plus the stunt points, so I will be healing 4d6.
$46. Hot.
Jeez.
So you'll regain 10.
Nice.
And it's 2 stunt points. I'll use... Screw it. I'll use 3 stunt points to... No. Yeah. Where are we on churn? Do I care?
Yeah, just let it go. Don't. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, but it's not close to going off again. Just keep going.
I'll use So 2 of the stun points to make it more powerful, and I'll use 2 of the points to make it to decrease the cost of using the power.
Perfect.
And then with my minor, I'm gonna put the shield up and
Beautiful.
make sure that I'm interposed between Dakiri and this thing.
Got it.
So let me roll to make sure that goes off, right? Because I have to roll for that one, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
The target number for the shield is... I'll spend 2 fortune to make sure it works.
Excellent. You love to see it. And increases the turn by a little bit. Thank you, Rob. I see you right in there. All right, it's that Cassie's turn. So pouring your healing into Dakiri. Dakiri, this thing that's affecting your sight, your vision is still happening. You can see the form of Cassie, but it's almost as if you're seeing through her as she's healing you. You can see like this yellowish energy kind of flowing through her arm and into you, and you feel the warmth of the healing on your body. The anomaly is up with a 14, if that's your turn, Cassie.
Yeah, and I'm just Cassie, while she heals and puts that shield up, is just gonna say to Dakiri, just kind of look her over real quickly and just are you okay?
Dakiri's intensely focused with the rifle, looking down sight at the anomaly. Yeah, good. Thanks.
I got you. Let's just get out of here alive, okay? And that's my turn.
Okay. The anomaly, its form, the anomaly's turn. The anomaly being up, you can see that its form is seeming to lose cohesion. It is flickering in and out. It is trapped between Tack and Dakiri, Tack and Drake. Drake's dark side energy flowing through it. You can see bits of this kind of quintessence flowing off of it and evaporating into air. It looks and it takes a step forward, 2 steps forward, to the wall in front of it, and it lashes out with its tendril, causing a section of bulkhead to basically disappear, evaporate. You can hear the klaxons on the ship start to alert as the hull begins to depressurize. But you can see the energy shields that Drugel has began to put in place stymie the greatest effect of the airflow as the anomaly is sucked into the vacuum of space. But luckily none of you, because of the reinforced shields on that area of the bulkhead. The combat music will stop here and push. Oh, actually, I think that is where we are going to call it for today's session, as the anomaly is sucked into the vacuum of space. Woo! Oh god. Okay. Fun times, everybody. My first epic adversary that you guys have ever faced. So that was the anomaly. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you all for joining us this week for our episode of Cold Sons. That took a little bit of a turn, but the party made it through it in the best way possible, I would say. So let's go, let's go around. Let's introduce ourselves. Tell people where they can find you. What was your favorite moment of the evening? And then we will look for somebody to raid. So please stick around. Oh, and we have a giveaway drawing. So I'll say it now while we're at the top. Type in !art into the chat, and you must be a follower of ours in order to have an opportunity to win the Expanse RPG rulebook. So, yeah, please, giving you guys a chance to do that. Check it out in chat. And so let us start with, who am I going to put on the spot here? I'm going to put Alexis on the spot. Just,
Felt it in my gut, in my bones. I knew. Okay. Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at @FoxFanato and also using my hair as a security blanket while I'm filled with existential terror. My favorite moment of the night was none of it. No, I hated and loved Takiri using drawing its ire. I hated and loved it. I think it's that. Because of all of the implications of that. There's just so much going on there. All right, I'm passing the ball of anxiety to Sean on that note. Bye.
I'll be here every Saturday playing with y'all at Cold Suns. My favorite moment. Honestly, I think it's the very clear prep that Chase put into this with the extra audio, adding even more tension and fun. I think the whole encounter was great, in my opinion. So I'll pass this over to Rob.
Rob at Pyromancer804, he, him. So my favorite moment of the night, I'm probably gonna steal someone's, but like the inspecting the body and the all of a sudden like shift you did on the map, the oh no, was amazing. So yeah, that was my favorite moment. And I will go ahead and send it over to Liz.
That is me. I am a Liz. I am a whole person. Let's see. So, you can find me here, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And you can find me at Know When You Know Backwards on this beautiful overlay here, just right underneath it. And I'm pretty much on all the socials. So if you follow me and I'm doing anything else, it'll be there. Let's see. You can find us also probably doing more movie nights through our Discord, so come join us for that. Favorite moment of the evening. So people have shared some really good ones, but just packing that many people into a small room, it's like having everyone ends up in the kitchen at a party, no matter if that kitchen is the smallest room in the house, it doesn't matter. It's true of tabletop RPGs as well. If there is a small space, we will pack as many people into it as possible so that they can all be in on the action. So just that fun memory of how humans interact. And who is left?
I think it's me.
Matthew.
Matthew, it is.
Okay, hi folks. I'm Matthew Foreman. Tonight I played Drake, the Mystic Warrior with a blade made of light. Just as I've been on full swing, you can catch me at Twitch TV/Matt Foreman, where I stream on my own channel during the day and into the early evening. I stream WoW Classic, and then I do Dead by Daylight almost every weekday so far. So, yeah, my favorite moment. I mean the the anomaly appearing and just like it reacting to the source ability. And it's kind of like what Liz was saying. That like everyone being packed in that tight hallway was such a dangerous thing. It's like this thing can remove you from reality. How about we give it a wide berth? and everyone's just like, "What's going on?" It was layers of tension and masterfully done. So probably one of my favorite encounters. And in true Cold Sun's fashion, there was like 90 things going on during the encounter. There was diplomacy, there was tacking, there was everything. So bravo.
Awesome. Oh, thank you guys so much. Honestly, I'm Chase314S. You can find me on Twitter at Chase314. You can also find me on all of our socials where I post TTRPG memes almost every single day. I didn't post one today because I was, thinking about this whole session. Yeah, so a couple things. My favorite moment, so first favorite moment, this cool character art. I think it's so cool on the overlay and in the video. I love seeing all of these characters brought to life. So yeah, check out, we're going to be running the video at the end of the stream and you can see the artist. They have an Instagram, so check them out there. Also, my favorite moment, I would say it was hitting 30 churn and being able to pull out the first epic level adversary that you guys have encountered so far. So, the impending threat of Antok's hunter is still arriving, is still there, but you guys have another player on the field to deal with. So we're gonna draw the giveaway now. Then we're gonna roll the outro video, and then we're gonna raid Mythos Mystery Society. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and do a little. I'm not gonna actually drum roll because I care about your ears, but let's do the drawing.
Okay, closed and draw. Madam Ruby.
Hey. Madame Ruby,
Hey.
excellent. Just followed today, I think. So,
Yep.
congratulations, Madame Ruby. We'll be messaging you directly here through Twitter in order to Twitch. Yeah, that's what we're on now. We'll be messaging you through Twitch to hook you up with the details of your PDF copy of the Expanse RPG rulebook. So we're gonna run the little outro video. Stay tuned because we're gonna raid our friends at Mythos. Thanks, everybody.